is a sport. It's an art form. People would call it. It's martial arts maybe. It's breakdancing. It literally could be almost anything you want it to be. People use it as stress relievers. It can make you happy. It's just tricking. It's so much more than people make it seem. It's really underground, which most people don't know too much about the sport by itself. But tricking is just, to me, it's literally everything. It's my whole life. It's why I met so many friends. It's why I do the things I do. It's why I've got so much into filming and everything like that. And just the adrenaline rush that I have right before I do a trick is just like at its peak.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jamesy Boy here, and I'm not too sure if you're gonna be seeing this video or if it's just a voiceover kind of deal, but I'm here to talk to you about what tricking means to me and how it's affected my life. Tricking to me, it's a few things. It's me trying to figure out just exactly what my body is capable of and what my limits are, and it's also just kind of like a passion for me. I love doing it, I love watching it, and then I hope it doesn't sound narcissistic, but I love watching myself do it because it's just insane to me watching me do something, and because I feel it out, but it's insane just seeing it.
Tricking to me is basically a way to get stress out of you. It's a sport. It's a way to have fun. It's a way to just express yourself in many ways. Yeah, you're doing the flip, but you're feeling good. You're getting motivated. You're expanding your knowledge and everything. And the way how it affects me is when I'm feeling stressed or down, I go trick and I feel really good. And the most important thing is I gotta keep trying and trick, because tricking will never, you'll never grow if you don't practice.
Tricking to me is a lot of things, and I can give a cliche explanation of what it is. It's an art form, of course. It is a martial art. It is acrobatics. It's breakdancing even. You can throw that in there. It is a means of exercise. It's a movement. I don't know. It's amazing. I can think of more things to say now.
Tricking's also affected my life because it's how I've met so many people just by going to one tricking, quote unquote tricking spot. Like, there was one day that I went to the Fight Apex and I met 3 new trickers, almost new trickers throughout that whole few hours of being there. And now that's 3 more people added to the list who I can help out, or I can bounce ideas off of, or I can talk to at any time, call any time, and then we could have another session sometimes. It's just everything. It's like everything I ever wanted is now coming. It's like everything I ever wanted to do, every trick I wanted to land, every trick I wanted to try, it's like now I can do that. And I'm not doing it by myself anymore. I'm doing it with a whole bunch of other friends and a whole bunch of other people who do the same thing I do, which makes it even better, even closer.
How tricking has affected me is I've met a lot of friends, and those friends are actually my closest friends now thanks to tricking, because me and them compare so much that we do the same thing and we want to learn so much more. So it affects me because I've learned so much thanks to these people, these group of friends, and all of that I owe thanks to them. So these friends and the knowledge I know wouldn't be here with me if it wasn't for my friends, which is my group of tricking.
Above anything else, tricking is a community, and an amazing one at that, because you kind of connect with people. People are very, very accepting in tricking, like a lot of other arts. If your form isn't right, people will really, really call you out on that. But tricking, it has a lot of freedom, right? So if your form isn't right, you can ask for tips, you can ask for advice, but people aren't going to rag on you for that. It's just a very, very accepting, awesome community of all different styles, and that's what is also amazing about it, is people have different styles when they're tricking. Tricking has affected my life in positive and negative ways. A couple negative ways would be injuries, and it definitely pounds on your body a lot, especially when you're somebody of my size. I'm a little bit big to be a tricker, but I loved it so much I just decided to do it anyway. So I'm 6 foot and 195 pounds on a bad day. I'm trying to get lighter. I used to be lighter, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, I'm a little big to be a tricker, but I just decided it's so fun. It looks so awesome. I feel like a ninja. I mean, it's what every little kid wants to do, like just flips, like the most awesome type of stuff. And that's the thing. You can do what you want. You can throw more kicks in there, and then maybe it's more like a martial art. You can throw more flips in there, and maybe it's more like tumbling. You can throw breakdancing in there, although I can't do that, but I mean, some people can very, very well. And the positive ways it's affected my life is it's kept me fit, it's kept me entertained, of course. It's, the one thing I can do for hours on end and almost never be bored is tricking, right? So it keeps me entertained, it keeps me fit, and for a bit, it kind of keeps me happy. I don't know. What else should I say?
That was good. It's how it's affecting my life, right? Okay. So tricking's affected my life in many ways, so many ways. Like it's hard to explain it in one way. It's affected my life so many ways. It's like people I've met, people I've come in contact with, friends that I have to this day. It's like it just makes me so much more happier knowing that I can do what I can do, because I can remember when I was a lot younger and knew nothing about it. I couldn't do anything like it, and I see how I am today. Especially like one thing that gets me the most is the progression between it compared to how you were months ago. You get to see how much you've progressed and how hard you've worked towards it. And that's just like some parts of it. One of my favorite parts is like the friends I'll come in contact with. There's so many people I've met online and that's been friendly, or so many people who helped me over line. Even in person, there's so many friends I have. I mean, one of my closest friends to this day, like I met him at Sky Zone, like at a tricking type spot, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's crazy how much the sport brings you together.
I remember being super young, thinking just backflips were the coolest thing ever. And I would look up tutorials on how to backflip in elementary school when I was 8. And then I would just grind it out. And then the moment I learned backflip, I was like, okay, what's next? And then I learned every thing I thought I could learn. But it wasn't until I was a freshman in high school back in 2014. One of my best friends now, Aladdin, I probably wouldn't even have started tricking if it wasn't for this guy. But I saw him at the gym I used to work at, and he did a corkscrew. And I thought, yo, that is the coolest looking trick I have ever seen. I need to learn that. And then it took a really long time for me to learn a cork. But after I did, everything else just started coming. And I'm super fortunate for everyone that I've been around. But it's just me seeing people do tricks and thinking, I need to do that. That looks insane, and I would love to be able to do that. And then I remember the biggest thing was I would walk into a session and there'd be people working on their triple fulls, their swing dubs, dub variations, and I was just barely trying to land my first double full. And then I was idolizing these people, watching them, thinking, damn, these people are so good. I don't think I could ever reach that level. But instead of letting that take control of me, I thought, you know what? I want to be the person that I walk into the session and I'm the best one there and people are idolizing me. And that's honestly just my mindset, is I want to be the best person at a session. And then I know it's kind of cocky, but sometimes that's just the way you have to think in order to do good, because it's better to think, I want to be the best person here, than going to a session and thinking, damn, I'm the worst one here, I don't know why I do this. So it's just all a mindset thing. And then tricking has affected my lifestyle pretty much because I can go almost anywhere and probably know people there that trick. So I could go to Denver and know people that trick. I could go to Kansas, know people that trick. I can go to Florida, like Pennsylvania, Ohio, just all these different places. And I've just made so many friends throughout this sport and throughout Instagram. And then it's just insane to me because I have so many friends just throughout the country. And it kind of sucks that I can't see them all the time, but it just means when you do see them, it just means the world to you. And then the biggest thing is I have some friends that I talk to all the time in Australia. I've never met these guys, but they're such homies. Just because how this sport has brought us together and how much we just talk back and forth about tricking, and even not tricking. We'll just have a live chat or just FaceTime and just talk. And then I love it. One of my best friends now, McCoy, I was talking to him, I knew him back when I lived in Idaho. And then I moved to Utah because I got a job at Woodward Park City where I teach now. And then he literally helped it so much because he was probably one of the only friends I knew in Utah, because I was so skeptical. I was so skeptical about moving to a whole new state and leaving everything I had behind. But since I knew people that I could trick with and train with and just have friends down there, it made everything so much better because I wasn't sad moving. And then tricking has also affected my life because I've been able to make ties with some like big people now, and even a few companies to where you get some like free clothing, you make videos and get money off those videos. And it's not to the extent to where I want it to be, but it's slowly getting up there to where it's a possibility, which that's always been a dream of mine. I always wanted to make videos and make money off of it because no job ever really stuck out to me. I went to a high school based around college, to where you finish high school in 2 years and then you finish half of college those other 2 years. So you graduate with your associate's degree in high school. And I didn't drop out of high school, but I dropped out of that high school and switched to online and finished online super fast just to pursue tricking and just to pursue what I love doing, because I genuinely have no idea what job I would do. Nothing appeals to me other than this. And it just is insane to me that people are able to make a living off this, and I'm just trying my best to do that right now. So that's another just big thing, and honestly, I just couldn't be more thankful and just blessed with every person I've met, friends and family that are super supportive, and it means the world to me. And I just love the passion behind it. I love inspiring people, and honestly, one of my favorite things is when people just DM me clips, and it's like someone I have no idea who they are, but they send me a video. It's like, hey, I just got my first scoot double full, and then I'll reply to them like, yo, congrats, that's amazing. And then just get super hyped for them because like that's a hard trick. I remember me when I was learning my scoot double fulls, how hyped I was learning that. And then I remember I really never sent it to people on Instagram because I was just kind of scared of their reactions. I wasn't sure if they were gonna like not reply or just not care. But I love it when people send it to me because it just means like they watch me and they're so hyped about a trick that they want me to see it. That just means the world to me. So if any of you guys just like keep doing that, because I love it, honestly. And then I always love giving tips to people, and I just love talking to people. Some of my biggest compliments are when people DM me, I respond to them, and I do like live video chats with them, or I go and actually session with people, and then they tell me like they're actually surprised that I responded and like sessioned with them, because apparently not many people do that, which is just kind of wild to me because like I don't have that many followers, but you are like nothing without your like fan base, because I know there's big people out there that I've met that they don't really care about you if you're not famous, which is just kind of dumb to me because you're famous because of your followers. But I don't know, people just have their own mindsets, I guess. But I don't know, I love everyone. I wouldn't be here without you guys, and it's just, I don't know, it means the world to me. So just keep training, keep grinding, stay motivated. Biggest thing, if you guys need to take a break, take a break. I remember I've honestly been super upset at tricks, taking like a week break, come back even stronger, even better, because I was the kid, I cheated all my fulls, and I don't know how many hours I've spent just on a tramp on ground trying to fix my full axis so it just works out. And I've had so many sessions where I'm just grinding it out for hours on end, and it's getting nowhere, and I'm getting so upset and just I want to quit, but I'm just too stubborn. I won't let like that trick ruin it for me. So just know everyone's been there. Everyone's had that one trick that's super hard and demotivating. You just got to push through it, work on something else for a little while and come back to it. That's the biggest tip I have. But honestly, just stay happy, stay positive, keep the passion going, and then just share the love. That's the biggest thing, because the love in this sport is what makes this sport amazing. And that's pretty much everything I have. Hope you guys have a good day, keep it real, and keep it safe. Peace out.
Oh, you can go.